ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wojire ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ yá lèkìtì ṣe Oyèbánjí mọ̀ dúpọ̀ yìnbíyọ̀ sílẹ̀ kámúbàrún olèkìtì ayélujára jùyà. Èkìtì lọ́mọ olúṣù àrògùrò fẹ̀wọ̀ ọmọ olóṣè méjì takọtabo. Ìgbélárugẹ oúnjẹ àgbẹ̀dàgbàsókè lóríkò. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìṣèjọba kan dára ògbáyé gbádùn ara wò. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìgbélárugẹ àṣà àti ìṣe àtúnṣe bí ìgbafẹ́. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye.
Thanks for joining us again on Ekiti on the Move. This week, you're welcome. I am Tunji Saliu. Today, we will be bringing to you the concluding part of our episode on agriculture and rural development, titled Agric Development from Culture to Enterprise, the Bio Agenda. It is an agenda that straddles the entire value chain in agriculture, from cultivation to processing, storage, and all that make agriculture a progressive and rewarding enterprise in the state. Let's quickly go to our news segment, Quick Takes, before we proceed. To our focus, agric development from culture to enterprise, the Bio Agenda.
March past.
To maintain harmony in agricultural zones, the government established conflict resolution platforms in each local government, ensuring peaceful coexistence between farmers and herders. And just few weeks back, as part of the security architecture for agribusiness, hundreds of newly recruited agro-rangers graduated after going through an intensive training period. Their job is to keep the peace and provide security for man and material in the African space.
I'm looking for money now to buy close to 35 Hilux vehicles so that we can deploy. I've recruited more Amateku, more agro rangers. You know, we have to pay their salary. You have to kit them, you know, to be in charge of all the 13 farm settlements, because it's going to be discouraging for them to plant. They go when they come back, they're based upon. So we don't want all those things to happen. So the capital outlay is extremely massive. But I'm happy that in spite of that, we are able to move ahead.
Security today is on the top notch. Earlier we hear that somebody is being terrorized on the farm, because we have agro rangers. And recently it's also approved another 500 of Amotekons and agro rangers to be recruited. So we have these people within the forest that are already working and is helping the farmers. Recently some farmers came to me and they said they are endorsing for the second time because they have never seen this thing like this before.
Ensuring cultivation of crops, especially food crops, all through the year is critical to food security and commercial success of agribusiness. And despite preponderance of rainfall for most of the year in the state, the administration has also factored in dry season farming to optimize cultivation and yield through the FADAMA program with partnership with the World Bank and the federal government. The various initiatives under this program, FADAMA, has led to increased agricultural production and improved processing techniques, contributing to food security, poverty reduction, and economic growth.
I was empowered with about 100 chicks of this through the help of Fadama. And ever since that, I've been working on ensuring for the expansion of this thing. And to the glory of God, today, this whole thing has grown to about 600 chicken today. And it has really helped in shaping my life and even my environment as a whole. There are ready-made market for the production of eggs. And even most times, people have been calling, I've always been calling to demand for eggs. And on a daily basis, as of today, I get nothing less than 10 crates from this. I know the sales of eggs, so it has really helped. And I want to thank God for Fadama, for this they have done for me. And some people are really even benefiting from what Fadama has done for me as a person. So I want to really appreciate them.
Mo jẹ́ ìkan nínú àwọn tó jẹ àǹfààní ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́lá jùlọ gómìnà wa Àbáyọ̀mí Oyèbánjí through Fadama Cares. Wọ́n fún mi ní abo méjì akọ ẹyọ kan. Látìgbà yẹn náà inú mi ń dùn bí wọ́n ṣe ń bímọ. Torí kò sígbà tán bímọ kéré jùlọ náà bíbí méje mẹ́wàá. Inú mi náà dẹ̀ dùn torí pé kò sígbà tí n bá ní ìlò owó àbí mo fẹ́ oúnjẹ fún àbí mo nílò owó tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe àwọn kankan tí bá ti ta bíi méjì mẹ́ta ń bẹ̀ inú mi in the next 3 months mi ì tẹ̀lé yálé olóúnjẹ rárá inú mi á kàn dùn gbogbo nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe ni mò ń ṣe ní ìrànwọ́rọsẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kí n fojú wò ó ọmọ tán ti bí a ti máa súnmọ́ bíi 80 o ká má parọ́.
Ekiti state government, they empowered some of us then. That was last year, June, July. So I was given tomato seed and the herbicides to be applied to the ground. So that was why it started. Everything started last year. The difficulties I was encountering was being my first time in the something, as in the practical process, the only one into the something. I found it so challenging, but in the process, I was encouraged with what came out of it. As at that last year, my first harvest last year, I was able to get like 50 to 60 crates. And at the end of everything, with the profits, everything was about 700K. That was my first harvest. But this year, I had to return the profits, everything back to the business for it to be enlarged a little bit. Then this year, I was able to get like 2.5 tons. That is like 96 crates of tomato. And this year I was able, this is my second time in the something. I was able to realize like 2 points whereabouts. Continually saying it, all thanks to God and all thanks to the state government. For the Fadama, all thanks to Fadama. Because if not for the Fadama people, the Ekiti state and government through the Fadama program, that enhanced me, that assisted me to achieve my dream, I don't know what could have happened. I just bless the name of the Lord and Fadama program for it. It has really helped me. Able to put food on my table. At least I bless God. I'm still going higher by His grace. This is just my starting point. I believe God.
I was privileged to be among the beneficiaries. So I was trained. Mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ ẹja rí, mi ò mọ anything nípa ẹja, àwọn ló kọ́ mi. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fún mi ní ìwọ̀nba owó tí mo fi bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo gbẹ́ kànga, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípa inú tarpaulin. There was something we call vats. Inú ẹ̀ mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Fún wa ní oven yẹn ni àwa mẹ́wàá la ní oven yìí. This is 5 plots of land. Inú tarpaulin la ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó di 5 plots of land. Odò ẹja wa lẹ̀ ń wò ń bẹ̀ yẹn. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. A máa ń supply káàkiri àwọn shops kéékèèké, ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àti ráwọn èèyàn tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti ń gba ẹja wa lókè òkun. àwọn náà fi ń ṣe business lọ́hùn ni wọ́n ń tà wọ́n dẹ̀ ń rèrè ń bẹ̀. Last 2 weeks la ṣe send ọjà almost $500,000 síbẹ̀ kì í ṣe nípa ipá wa nípa oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni. Where are my guys tájọ ń ṣe so and they are collecting their little stipends tagbára wa ká èrè tá a bá ti rí wọ́n á gba little mi náà dẹ̀ rí tèmi nínú ẹ̀. ní 3 months là ti ń smoke wọn ìgbà míì wà tá a máa stock 1,500 síbẹ̀ yẹn 1,500 síbẹ̀ yẹn 2,500 ó depend lórí àwọn size 6 pound wa yẹn at least at the end 6 months within 6 months à smoke ẹja tí ò less than 10,000 fishes tá a máa ń tà. Fàdámà ló gbé mi débi tí mo wà yìí ṣé ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ mi Fàdámà ló jẹ́ kí n débi tí mo wà yìí mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba 2017 mo sọ fún yín pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ẹja tí Fàdámà train mi àwọn ló gbé mi débi tí mo wà yìí àwọn ló ìrànlọ́wọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ rí òun mo fi ń bọ́ fámìlì mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ ọkọ yìí mo ń ṣe mo dẹ̀ fi ń live life tá a dẹ̀ fi ń maintain wa gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ń wò yìí ibi tọ́ lọ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ dé nìyẹn.
ìgbélárugẹ oúnjẹ àgbẹ̀dàgbàsókè lóríkò Èkìtì.
láti ọdún tó kọjá àti lórí ọ̀fẹ́ àti jàǹfààní lórúkọ ẹgbẹ́ wa láti ìgbà yẹn náà a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìtòlá àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wa wọ́n gbin ẹ̀gẹ́ olúkúlùkù á kó wa ó ti jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ à á wo owó tá a lè fi ra epo kálukú á ṣe é and lágbègbè tá a wà tí a bá agbègbè tá a wà yóò ẹ̀gẹ́ irú ẹ̀rọ yóò kò wọ́pọ̀ ń bẹ̀ so àwọn èèyàn wa ti ń wá nímọ̀ba láti wá lọ níbẹ̀ à ń rí owó láti fi epo à ń rí owó láti ṣe àwọn ìkẹ́kẹ́ méjì mẹ́ta níbí báyìí à ń nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run àwa náà ti rí jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ láti lè sọ pé àròjọ yẹ tó yàtọ̀ sígbà tó yẹ pé ìgbà tá a bá gbé wa lọ sóko lọ wá sí ilé iṣẹ́ àwọn ibi tá a ti máa ṣe tá a ti máa náwó wọ̀nyẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. kíkà ṣe ẹbí tèmi nìkan gan pàápàá nípa pé kí a rí tọrọ díẹ̀ láti fi àyàn ọmọ iléèwé ẹgbà kó tó tẹ́lẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé àfìgbà tá a bá lọ wá ẹ̀gẹ́ lóko ká lọ tà ìwọ̀nyẹn ti dínkù láti ibẹ̀ yẹn lọ ó tún jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wá tún mọ̀ wá sí pé àwọn akẹ́tù níṣẹ́ ọwọ́ tí wọ́n lè mọ̀ wá mọ́ láwùjọ from there omúkóríṣe àwọn èèyàn máa wá síbí báyìí àárí owó díẹ̀ láti lè sọ pé à ń gbọ́ bùkátà ilé àti agbègbè wa.
From Benue State, and I was privileged to serve in Ekiti as a corps member, batch 2023B. And it has been a wonderful experience, having been the first time coming to Ekiti State. And during my service here, I was thinking, what will I do after service here? I looked at the environment, I saw that, wow, this is a fertile ground, and it's rich even in the soil composition. So I took the advantage to stay back in Ekiti State. So I was thinking of what to do, and I heard about Fadama. I was privileged to live very close to the Fadama coordinator, and she encouraged me to apply. So when I applied, I was supported with cassava stem and herbicide to start cultivating cassava. And it's been a year now, and the cassava is matured and it's ready for harvest. Ekiti State has been one of the interesting places I've ever lived before. I've heard a lot about the governor. In fact, I'm seeing progress in road infrastructural development, the improvements in terms of education and empowerment in agriculture, in technology and various sectors of the economy. I'm really encouraged, and I think I still have more plans to stay here, even to settle in Ekiti State.
We've been able to support 21,196 beneficiaries across the 16 local governments of the state. And under the Daylight 2.3, we've been able to empower 17,474 beneficiaries also across the state. And on 2.2, that has to do with the rural road rehabilitation, farm road rehabilitation, we've been able to rehabilitate 121.3 kilometer farm road with 23 covers across the state. And also on the Daylight 2.4, we've been able to upgrade 13 wet markets with water that is being powered by solar, so that our farmers will not be stranded with power source. So it is solar driven, and then now in all the 13 wet markets, there's regular supply of water, there's provision of toilet, so that people will not be defecating all over the area. So we are talking about we don't want spread of disease. So those markets were upgraded with water source and also the toilet. And we have the washing hand facility all over. And when it comes to the fund aspect, on the like 2.1, 2.3, which has to do with the input and asset, what was disbursed in doing all what I've said, the state government disbursed 2.7 billion. And on farm road, 688.9 was disbursed. And also when it comes to the market, like I said, we upgraded 13 markets, 56.4 million naira was disbursed on those ones. And the beneficiaries, the impacts are all over the states. You can see when you interview those people, you can see how their lives are getting better on what they are doing because there's income. And on the rural roads, there's reduction in the cost of bringing their stuff from the farm to the market, and from the market when they are bringing their input from the market to the farm. It's easy for them now.
After all said and done, affordable commodities and food storage are key ingredients of food security to which the Oyebanji-led administration had committed itself. In August this year, the governor commissioned the Ounje Ekiti retail outlet and Ilueye aggregation hub in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. This move by the governor is an expression of his administration's effort at fulfilling the mandate of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the urgent need to grow the country out of hunger and poverty by ensuring that Nigeria is not just sufficient in food production, but making commodities affordable to the people. The Ilueye Aggregation Hub, a registered company, buys food commodities from farmers in the state and stores them, while the Ounje Ekiti retail outlet is to sell the food items to citizens at affordable prices.
Apart from ensuring food security, we have also been able to provide jobs for more than 6,000 youths in the Ekiti state. We've just employed over 400 Amatekun corps again to ensure that these young guys go to sleep. They don't take cows to their land, to their farms to graze on them. So we provide 24-hour security. We feed these security people. We buy vehicles for them. We fuel their vehicles. We repair those vehicles. We are building hostels across the state now. We started with 6. I was telling the Commissioner of Finance that the furnishing of that 6 has continued. Once we finish with that 6, we start another phase. The establishment of Ilueye Agro Trading and Aggregation Company Limited is a strategic step towards addressing persistent challenges in the agricultural sector, particularly post-harvest losses, inadequate food storage, and inefficient market linkages. I'm also pleased to report that as of today, August 6, 2025, the Ilueye aggregation hubs have successfully aggregated the following food commodities from local producers and cooperatives within the state. They've bought 750 metric tons of white beans produced here, 239.167 metric tons of rice paddy produced within Ekiti, 101.54 metric tons of maize produced here, and 1,716 bags of garri produced within Ekiti. Paddy Buyers and Aggregators Association, the Ekiti State Youths in Agric, local farmers, and other farmers groups operating across 16 local government areas in Ekiti State. This level of aggregation is a testament to the productive capacity of our farmers when supported with the right policies, infrastructure, and market assurance. It also marks a significant milestone in our efforts to reduce post-harvest losses and position agriculture as a viable economic pillar for the state. Let me express my gratitude to the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the support he has given to Ekiti State, especially with respect to agri. We will not be able to do much without his support and the fulfillment of his mandate that we should wear the grass and ensure that we make food available to our people. We are doing this and we are simply grateful to him.
Let us be able to open for use.
The hub had already taken delivery of 750 metric tons of white beans, 239.167 metric tons of rice paddy, 101.54 metric tons of maize, and 1,716 bags of gari, all produced within Ekiti State and to be sold below market prices. Access remains a critical factor to agricultural business. The various rural access and agricultural marketing projects ramp roads across the state have continued to open up farmlands and rural communities to connect with markets, townships, even beyond the state. The Oyebanji-led administration has also rehabilitated 62 kilometers of farm roads, including the completed 2.5-kilometer Abulefon Farm Road in Ikere and the ongoing 3.2-kilometer Ipinsa Farm Road, facilitating movement and market access for farmers.
A ní ìṣòro ọ̀nà nípa ti bridge la fi ké gbàjarè sí àwọn fàdámà pé a ní ìṣòro a ní bíríìjì kan bíbá ẹ̀kẹ́ bá wo ó ti rì ìgbà tá a lè ké gbàjarè bá wọn àtẹ̀ǹdì sí wa gbogbo ìrìn tá lè rìn kó tó di pé ọ̀rọ̀ lè ṣeé ṣe wọ́n sọ fún wa a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìn àwọn igi ńláńláńlá ó wà lójú ọ̀nà wọ́n kọ́kọ́ budó sẹ́nà wọ́n kó kúrò again wọ́n tún wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ bridge ìgbà tán máa ṣe bridge tán la rò pé bóyá iṣẹ́ ti parí wọ́n yìí sọ fún wa pé iṣẹ́ ò parí o ibi táwọn budó sí yẹn àwọn sì tún máa clear pẹ̀lú another caterpillar wọ́n tún ṣe yẹn tán ìgbà tán tún ṣe yẹn tán wọ́n tún gbé kìlẹ̀kìlẹ̀ wá wọ́n tún bá wa kì í débẹ̀ 3 kilometer náà bá wa ṣe.
Today, the fruits of Governor Oyebanji's policies are evident, not only in numbers and profits, but in renewed confidence among farmers, empowered youths, and a reinvigorated rural economy. The goal is clear: to make Ekiti a food basket of the nation and a symbol of agricultural excellence in Nigeria. Agriculture in Ekiti is no longer a tale of potential. It is a story of manifest progress with vision, partnership, and relentless execution. Governor Oyebanji is sowing the seeds of prosperity, 1 hectare at a time.
That's it on the New Deal in Agri Development in Ekiti State under the leadership of His Excellency Biodun Oyebanji, Governor of Ekiti State. We will continue to update you on developments in this sector as the various initiatives continue to crystallize. Before we go this week, here is something you need to know about Ekiti State on Fact File. That's the program this week. Remember, you can watch this episode again or any of our previous episodes on any of our social media platforms showing on your screen. We will also be glad to have feedback from you through the same channels. Thanks for watching and goodbye.
ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wojire ilẹ̀ iyì ilẹ̀ ẹ̀yà lèkìtì iṣẹ́ Oyèbánjí mọ̀ tó kọ́ yìí gbìyànjú sílẹ̀ kámúbàrún olèkìtì.